This topic is metals and non-metals. We read about metals and non-metals. First topic of this chapter is pure substances. Pure substances are those substances which is made up of same kind of atoms. This includes elements, compounds, etc. Compounds are of two types: ionic compound and covalent compound. But these are read in further classes, and we read about elements. Elements are of three types: metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Metalloids have both properties: metals and non-metals. Metals, but in this class we will read about metals. Metals. Metals and non-metals. How will we determine metal? The element is metal and or it is non-metal. By physical method, it is not in common, but I will tell you. If any element ends with N, that element is non-metal, and if any element last with end with M, that is metal. Like hydrogen and non-metal. But helium last ends with M, but it is non-metal. There are many exceptions, but we will read physical properties of metals. Then physical properties of metals. First is malleability. Malleability is that property of metal in which metal can be beaten into a thin sheet. Like goldsmiths make the gold into thin sheet. Ductility. Second property is ductility. Ductility is that property in which metal can be drawn into a thin wire. Like gold, 1 gram of gold can drawn into 2 kilometers. But we use generally aluminium as a wire in our village. Thermal and electrical conductivity. Metals carry heat and electricity both. Like I have already said that metals are used as wire. In village, the aluminium is used as. Because silver is not used but silver is good conductor because silver is very expensive. Luster. Metals have a good luster, so it is used in jewelry, like gold. Tensile strength, it is very hard. Density is very high. Physical state, generally its physical state is solid, but everything has exception. Mercury is liquid. In chemistry, every statement has an exception. Melting and boiling point. Melting point of metal is very high and boiling point also, but exception. Cesium is a metal which is boiled at room temperature. Technology. Metals have a property in which metal can be sound as tones. Like bell in school, bell is used. Bell is made up of metal. Hardness. Metal is very hard and alloy formation. All the metal have an alloy, like brass. Brass is an alloy of copper and tin. Our next topic is reactivity series. Then next topic is reactivity series. The most reactive metal is potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. Here hydrogen is a non-metal, but it is used because it is used in various chemical reactions to identify it cannot displace the acids or not. Then our next topic is